So we have 11 minus y into bracket 11 minus y close bracket plus y squared is equal to 65. So 11 times 11, I have 121. 11 times minus y, I have minus 11y. Minus y times 11, I have minus 11y. Minus y times minus y, I have plus y squared. Plus y squared is equal to 65. I'm going to make this a little bit bigger so that we can get a bigger picture of this. Okay, this is what I'll do. What I'll do. Okay, so I have 11 minus 11 times 11, I have 121. 11 times minus y, I have minus 11y. Minus y times 11, I have minus 11y. Minus y times minus y, I have plus y squared. Minus times minus plus y times y is y squared. Plus y squared is equal to 65. Are we together? So now we're collecting like terms. We have 121 minus 11y minus 11y. Minus minus is minus. 11y plus 11y, I have 22y. Plus y squared plus y squared, I have 2y squared is equal to 65. Are we together? Now let's collect like terms. Numbers will go together and alphabets will be together. So I have minus 22y plus 2y squared is equal to 65 minus 121. Because here we have a positive and imaginary plus in front of 121. When it's crossing the equality sign, it becomes minus. So I have minus 22y plus 2y squared is equal to 65 minus 121. That's minus 56. Yes, minus 56. So now let's make everything to be equal to 0. So I have 2y squared plus 2y squared minus 22y. When 56 is coming back this way, it becomes plus 56 is equal to 0. If you notice, we can divide all through by 2 to make it more simpler. So let's divide. We're dividing all through by 2, dividing all through by 2, because 2 is common here. So we have 2y squared minus 22y plus 56 is equal to 0. So dividing both sides all through by 2. 2 in 22 I have 11. 2 in 56 I have 28. So what is left of this equation? I have y squared minus 11y plus 28 is equal to 0. This is a quadratic equation. Please, are we together? This is a quadratic equation. So this equation is going to be solved quadratically. So in quadratic equation, we have three methods we use in solving quadratic equation. We have the factorization method, we have the completing the square method, or using the almighty formula, which is minus b plus minus square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. But let's see if the first formula of solving quadratic equation can be used to solve this particular quadratic equation. So I have y squared minus 11y plus 28 is equal to 0. So this is called the product and this is called the sum. Now the question is, what will you add if using factorization method? What will you add that will give you 11, and what would you multiply to give you 28? Two numbers, when you add them together, they become 11, and when you find their product or multiply both numbers together, they become 28. Two numbers. So the numbers should be, or must be, 4 and 7. 4 plus 7 is 11. 4 times 7 is 28. So we can use factorization method for this quadratic equation. So what would we be using? We'll be using factorization method. Factorization method. Factorization method. Please don't mind my board. Factorization method. So now I said the two numbers that are able to give us a perfect solving for this equation are 4 and 7. So I have y squared minus 4y minus 7y plus 28 is equal to 0. So what is common here? Y is common. So y into y squared, I have y into minus 4y, I have minus 4. What is common between 7y and 28? 7. So I have minus 7 into bracket. Minus 7 into minus 7y, I have y. Minus 7 into 28, I have minus 4 is equal to 0. So when you want to know that your quadratic equation is solved properly using factorization method, you look at the two brackets here. You see that the value in this first bracket is the same thing as the value here. So you know that your factorization method is correct. So now I'm going to pick them. I have y minus 7. And I pick one of these. Y minus 4 is equal to 0. It's not magic. It's just simple calculation and simple math. So now we equate both brackets to 0. So I have y minus 7 is equal to 0. Y minus 4 is equal to 0. So when 7 crosses here, it becomes y equal to 7 or 4. So my y is 7 or 4. But mind you, when I started solving this equation, there was an equation I brought out, which is our third equation, where I had x plus y equal to 11. Making x the subject of the formula, it became x is equal to 11 minus y. So if x is equal to 11 minus y, what is my y? My y is 7. 11 minus 7 is equal to 4. Or my y is also 4. X equal to 11 minus, what is y? My y is also 4. X is equal to 7. So y equal to 4. X equal to 7. That is the end of this chapter for this particular question that was given to me to solve. So now let's see if we fix in 4 and 7 into the equation. It's going to give us 65 and 121. This is where you check if your answer is correct. So I have x plus y square is equal to 65 and x plus y all square is equal to 121. My x is 4. My x is 7 or 4. So 7 square, since x is 7, plus y square, 4 square is equal to what? 7 square is what? 49. Plus 4 square is what? 16. 49 plus 16, I have 65. Check. So I have x plus y square is equal to 121. My x is 7, my y is 4 square. 7 plus 4, I have 11. 11 square is 121. Check. Thank you very much for your time, and do not also forget to like and hit the subscribe button. Have a wonderful day.